The Brilliant Fusion engine consists of 3 Brilliant Fusion, a Gemnite Garnet, some Light Monster, and the Gemnite Seraphinite in the extra deck. Optional additions to it include a second Gemnite Garnet, just in case you draw the first one, as well as some more generic Light Monsters that give you additional value like Fairy Tail, Snow, and Perform Mage Trick Clown. The main idea of the engine is to summon Gemnite Seraphinite using Brilliant Fusion, sending Garnet and the aforementioned Light Monster to the graveyard, letting you use its effect to perform an additional normal summon and let its face up on the field. There are a lot of benefits that come from being able to perform an additional normal summon, but the main one is combo extension. Seraphinite being summoned means that any 2 level 4s in your hand can reasonably be turned into rank 4 Xyz, which is pretty good in a format that is mostly dominated by rank 4 toolbox. However, if you're playing a synchro summon strategy, Gemnite Seraphinite can also come in useful as a level 5 non-tuner. That, or you can just use it as a blocking body. Perfect C strategies also get some secondary extender options in the form of Daigusto Emerald, who is able to special summon the Garnet back from the graveyard. This combined with the Performing Trick Clown special summoning himself after being sent means that you basically get a Daigusto Emerald for free on top of any rank 4 Xyz that you are making, which can give a myriad of benefits from being able to OTK more easily to being able to summon Utopic Future. On top of that, Seraphinite letting you normal summon instead of performing a special summon from your hand lets you perform effects that can only be triggered on normal summons such as Mandolce Mageline. Another big benefit comes from the fact that it just foolishes the Light Monster, which in most decks means that you get to send either Perform Mage Trick Clown or Fairy Tail Snow, but some decks like Light Swords already have bodies that they want to send this way, so it just does double duty. And the possible archetypal consistency can extend even further, as if you happen to be running another normal monster deck, for example Metal Foes, you can run Lazuli instead of Garnet to get yourself some recycling on top of the fusion, or you can run Garnet still because it can be summoned off of Unexpected Die. That last one is not recommended, especially if you're just running Unexpected Die in a deck that doesn't already use it, but all I'm saying is sometimes all you need is a 1900 special summon to start your plays. The problems with the engine start from how volatile it is going second. The engine consisting of a continuous spell followed by a monster with a continuous effect means that the engine dies to any form of monster negation or removal on top of dying to any form of back removal. A slightly less major problem is however the fact that Seraphinite does still take up a part of your board. If your deck simply cannot use a level 5 monster for its play extension, then Seraphinite just has to sit there, unless you can fuse or tribute it away. Which doesn't seem like that big of a problem, but when you're already using an extender, you're gonna be clogging up your monster zones way more quickly than you expect. And the last big problem of the deck, yeah, Garnet simply cannot be avoided. Drawing Garnet makes all your Brilliant Fusions dead, on top of drawing Brilliant Fusion making all of your future Brilliant Fusions dead, which means that in a longer game or in your opening hand, you have quite good odds that you will be drawing something that doesn't work. Some players try to supplement one of these parts by running more than one Garnet, which does mean that your Brilliant Fusions don't die the moment you draw one of them, but it also means that you have way higher odds of drawing a Garnet as is. And also if you happen to be running Pot of Desires on top of this, if you happen to banish Garnet, then you again just have 3 dead cards in your deck. So in short summary, the Brilliant Fusion engine is one of the best field swarming engines that you can find in this format, which does say a lot when we've got Norden flying around, but you do also have to watch out not to draw the Garnet or the other Brilliant Fusion copies.